respected invitees, participants, and dear students. This year, we are going to introduce a new concept of thought in our department that has a vital importance for times to come. Honestly speaking, those who desire to serve humanity true to their heart, those who really wish to help the race forward in its evolution, our new concept would definitely inspire them. My discourse is rightly represented through my book Atma Darshan, which speaks about the higher laws of life. Friends, our objective is to bring some strange of region and results without failure and without weakness. Nowadays, our world is lacking spirituality, which we would like to restore in our student friends, because only through spiritual knowledge one can boost his identity in this present world. Friends, in this present world, spirituality has been overlooked and misunderstood somewhere. At the first sight, spirituality appears irrelevant to the youngster, but in later life, our youngsters realizes it and its importance. So friends, let's glance for a moment some sudden eruption of natural forces, and let's look into the past once, where we had left our past achievements and where we lost our values of life. So friends, some tremendous emotions threw us into its turmoil, and we see cracks and rocky peaks around us and in front of us. So let's value ourselves and find our identity within us through our benevolent deeds for the cause of others. We live for us, we live for others too. Our aim is to create a supreme state of life manifesting in an infinite diversity. So friends, it is high time to go ahead with our reformative ideas and with a larger consciousness than before. Our consciousness would definitely awaken us for the cause of humanity. My Atma Darshan philosophy says, रोज सुबह तेरा शरीर जागता लेकिन आत्मा की नींद न टूटता. So let's have a glance to my Atma Darshan presented by Simran Nayak and Sabita respectively in English and Hindi. Thank you.
Respected chairpersons, our HOD Professor Kamakhi Prasad Das sir, respected guest speaker BK Swarna ma'am from Brahma Kumari Ashram Koraput, seminar coordinator Minati Panigrahi madam, invitees from BK Ashram Koraput, my seniors and my dear friends. Today in this webinar, I Simran Naik would like to present an article prepared by our departmental HOD Professor Kamakhi Prasad Das sir on what is identity, collected from his book Atma Darshan, published in 2012. What is identity? It is difficult to define identity, but very often it means one's value of life. While defining identity, one should be careful to ask himself, who am I, why am I, where am I? If these questions are solved, one can define identity. Identity otherwise means one's purpose of life. It means realization of level of life. While defining identity, one should give value to his relationship, power and position. Value and level go hand in hand. Here, level means the post one holds in normal sense, but it is not the real existence or identity of man. Identity means that being of energy sent by God to play its role for a limited period. Hence, one should be awakened while identifying himself. While defining identity, a child should be taken into consideration too. Hence, he should be free from all pressure because when a child is pressurized to create his own identity, he blames the society, parents or elders for every happenings of his whole life. Hence, a child should be left to face life with challenges. Failing, he would say, I have to do it instead of I want to do it. So, identity sometimes means purpose and core value of life. Again, purpose are of two kinds, external and internal, without which one cannot set his goal. External purpose means to live and to take care of children, but internal purpose is backed by spirituality, which can better be realized at retirement stage. Hence, in a nutshell, one's identity can better be realized by cultivating the energy that comes from Almighty for a limited time. It is said, क्यों घबराता राह पे तेरा, हटा ले पर्दा आएगा सवेरा. मालिक तू है खुद ही खुद का, मजा ले ले तेरे करम का. Self-identity and self-consciousness are two sides of a coin. Let's examine self-identity through self-consciousness. Self-concept or self-identity is broadly defined as the sum of an individual's knowledge and understanding of self. Self-consciousness is awareness of one's self. Self-identity includes physical, psychological, and social attributes. Self-identity can be subdivided into two types of identities, personal identity and social identity. Personal identity is one's own sense of personal attributes. Social identity consists of social definitions of who you are. Different aspects of identity can be summarized in the acronym addressing. Addressing, ADRESSING. Here, A stands for age, D stands for disability status, R for religion, E for ethnicity, S stands for sexual orientation, S for socio-economic status, I for indigenous background, N for national origin or nationality, and G stands for gender. All these things help someone to describe or define your identity. Now, let's examine self-identity in connection with our adolescents and youngsters. Self-identity was considered to be a stable and coherent perception of oneself. Both adolescents and young adults are in a special developmental stage to develop self-identity. As ecological system theory increasingly gets more attention from developmental psychologists, researchers increasingly study self-identity in different developmental environments. In addition to a traditional offline environment, the internet environment has become an important developmental environment of adolescents and young adults. A lot of individuals are increasingly using the internet to experiment with their identity through pretending to be someone else when being online. Some scholars found that online identity experimentation on social network sites significantly contributes to self-identity development. Some found online identity experimentation was negatively correlated with self-identity. Online identity experiments may promote the development of self-identity through bridging the gap between the ideal self and the true self. Thank you.
सुप्रभात. सम्मान्य चेयरमैन, सम्मान्य अतिथि, ब्रह्मा कुमारी आश्रम से बीके स्वर्णा मैम एवं एचओडी कामाक्षी प्रसाद दास सर, सेमिनार कोऑर्डिनेटर मिस मीनाती पनिग्रह मैम और यहाँ उपस्थित सभी सीनियर्स को मेरा प्रणाम और जूनियर को मेरा स्नेह। आज के वेबिनार सेशन के उपरांत पर मैं सबिता आप सभी के समक्ष पहचान क्या है अथवा स्वयं की पहचान के विषय पर हमारे विभाग एचओडी द्वारा तैयार किया गया लेख आप सभी के समक्ष लेकर उपस्थित हूँ। नाम और पहचान भले ही छोटी हो मगर खुद की होनी चाहिए। सभी का सम्मान करना बहुत अच्छी बात है, पर आत्मसम्मान के साथ जीना खुद की पहचान है। स्वयं की पहचान अथवा पहचान क्या है? पहचान को परिभाषित करना मुश्किल है, लेकिन बहुत बार इसका अर्थ होता है किसी के जीवन का मूल्य। पहचान को परिभाषित करते हुए किसी को खुद से पूछने के लिए सावधान रहना चाहिए। मैं कौन हूँ, मैं क्यों हूँ, मैं कहाँ हूँ। अगर इन सवालों को हल किया जाता है तो पहचान को परिभाषित किया जा सकता है। पहचान का अर्थ अन्यथा किसी के जीवन का उद्देश्य है। इसका अर्थ है जीवन के स्तर का बोध। पहचान को परिभाषित करते समय अपने रिश्ते, शक्ति और स्थिति को महत्व देना चाहिए। मूल्य और स्तर हाथ से चलते हैं। यहाँ स्तर का अर्थ है पद, एक सामान्य आर्थिक में है, लेकिन यह मनुष्य का वास्तविक अस्तित्व या पहचान नहीं है। पहचान का अर्थ है कि सीमित अवधि की अपनी भूमिका निभाने के लिए ईश्वर द्वारा भेजी गई ऊर्जा का होना। पहचान को परिभाषित करते समय एक बच्चे को भी ध्यान में रखा जाना चाहिए, इसलिए उसे सभी दबावों से मुक्त होना चाहिए, क्योंकि जब किसी बच्चे पर अपनी पहचान बनाने के लिए दबाव डाला जाता है तो वो अपने पूरे जीवन की हर घटना के लिए समाज, माता पिता या बड़ों को दोषी ठहराता है। इसलिए एक बच्चे को जीवन में चुनौतियों का सामना करने के लिए छोड़ दिया जाना चाहिए। असफलता होने पर वो कहेगा मुझे यह नहीं करना है के बजाय मुझे यह करना है। इसीलिए कभी कभी पहचान का मतलब जीवन का उद्देश्य और मुख्य मूल्य होता है। फिर से उद्देश्य दो प्रकार के होते हैं, बाहरी और आंतरिक, जिसके बिना कोई अपना लक्ष्य निर्धारित नहीं कर सकता। बाहरी उद्देश्य का मतलब है बच्चों का जीना और उनकी देखभाल करना, लेकिन आंतरिक उद्देश्य है आध्यात्मिकता द्वारा संतृप्त है, जिसे सेवानिवृत्ति के स्तर पर महसूस किया जा सकता है। इसलिए एक अखरोट के खोल में एक सीमित समय के लिए सर्वशक्तिमान से आने वाली ऊर्जा की खेती करके किसी की पहचान को बेहतर ढंग से महसूस किया जा सकता है। इंसान की परिचय की शुरुआत भले ही चेहरे से होती होगी, लेकिन उसकी संपूर्ण पहचान तो वाणी, विचार एवं कार्य से ही होती है।